You're listening to Conversation Kingz with Dominic Emerson, only on LA Talk Radio.
Welcome to the Conversation Kingz. I am your host, Dominic Emerson, here at LA Talk Radio. And as always, like, follow, subscribe on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and you can get all this great content and great information, right? And don't forget to follow us on Facebook also. Also want to give a special shout out to Queen Elevation of the Power of Lipstick for dropping her new single. You can go follow her at Accelerated Radio. And today I got a special guest with me, none other than Mr. Zaire Andre of Born Baller Academy. What's going on, Zaire?
How's it going, Big Dom? How's it going, man?
It's good, man. It's good. You know, I just want to bring you on, man. I want to talk about the Born Baller Academy and everything that you're doing over there. I see all the things that you're doing and the moves that you're making, man, and helping the youth and being a mentor. So could you let the people know what you do, more intel, so that way they understand Born Baller Academy?
Good. Well, yeah. Born Baller Academy, man. Born Baller Academy is a football training kind of a business, a brand that I had put together not too long ago. Me, myself, I'm an athlete, a former athlete, you know, played good high school ball, played college ball, got a chance to go coach college football. And, you know, Born Baller Academy was something that I put together so I could be able to give back to the youth as I mentor the kids. You know, Born Baller Academy is big, man. Born Baller Academy is a brand.
Exactly.
It's growing so much that when someone asks what is it, it's a hard question for me to answer.
Right. But I see, you know, it's a lot of young men out there, you know, and a lot of the young men come from having like fatherless homes and everything like that. So it's real important that you playing a major role in their life, not only with the coaching and being a specialist in Born Baller Academy, but when those young men come to you, I know that they're missing something.
Right.
You know, they're attached to Born Baller Academy. How do you feel like when you get a young man who attaches to you and you're able to give back to him and input into his life?
Man, I feel honored, man. I feel honored to be in that position, man, because it makes me a flashback. Remember when I was that kid, when I was that age, when I used to look up to a coach and just really kind of like put my all into that man's hands and just see what it could give to me. And not saying I didn't have the best of coaches back in the day, but it's like me being that coach, I feel honored because I could give all the game to this young man that comes to me, you know. So I'm blessed to be in that position. So, you know, a lot of these kids, you know, they come and like you said, they're missing fathers and not in great homes. And
right.
You know, I'm just not also football training. I'm also kind of like holding them accountable to being the young man that they need to be, like focusing on the grades, how they performing at school, how they acting at home, you know, how they treating all the elders around them. So, you know, Born Baller Academy is big. It's big.
Right. And that'll make a difference in the community as well. You know, what's the age group that you normally have at Born Baller Academy when you're out there training?
Well, you know, we work all ages, all levels, man. So if you could come out there and run, you could come out there and be a part of Born Baller Academy, man, because it's all about teaching the kids, you know, teaching the kids the fundamentals of the game, you know, obviously wanting to promote this family of Born Baller Academy. So, man, we promote all ages, all levels, man. I had a kid out there about 4 years old one day at one of the camps.
Nice. And it don't stop, you know, and that it says a whole lot about you as an individual, as a coach, as a mentor, and as a specialist, because you're actually giving back to the community, giving back to the youth and everything. And we have a thing right now, man, which I totally disagree with, right? And in California, they're trying to pass that law to where you have to be 12 years old. Now, someone who has played at the Pop Warner level, could you let the people know how that actually helps the child develop?
Man, playing Pop Warner football is tremendous. It's like it's so important for a young man because not only does it teach you the sport, but it just teaches you the camaraderie about the team, your teamwork. You playing with your teamwork. You having to go to practice every single day. You know, you're looking forward to going to play that Saturday game. You keep competing against other kids around different neighborhoods. So I mean, just being around that is enough, you know, because you obviously staying away from the streets, you staying away from seeing all
Exactly.
the negative influence that's out there for a kid, you know. So being involved in Pop Warner football is very important.
Right, because I do know that one thing when it comes to Pop Warner and being in that youthful age and everything like that, before you get to 12, like when you start out, I think it's what, Tiny Mite or something like that, the
Right.
young kids, or they go flag. But you build a friendship, am I correct?
100%, man. I play with dudes, including you know your son. I play with your son, Dom, man. Along with Dom, I play with kids that I remember playing with since I was 5 years old. To this day, you know, I'm 28 years old. Knowing these kids at 5 years old and keeping up with them, having these friendships, like, man, football is big. Like, where else do you get that?
Right, exactly. And it's gonna kind of hurt a child, like if he experiences contact football at 12 years old. Would you say that that person will be underdeveloped?
They're gonna be behind, man. They're gonna be behind competing against different, you know, different states out there, you know, in the South and Texas and stuff like that. These kids are playing tackle football year round. I mean, so I don't know if it's gonna be able to be like across each state. They're gonna do it like that, because if they ban it from California, it's gonna put us at a very far behind. So it's like, what are we gonna do then?
Right. I definitely say it's going to be a disadvantage for us, but that's where, you know, Born Baller Academy comes into, you know, because now you're going to have to take on a whole lot more if that bill passes, because now you got to give like special techniques. What is the specialty that you actually train at Born Baller Academy?
You know, Born Baller Academy, we train everything. You know, every drill is going to translate to gameplay. So we doing from coming off the ball, our routes, our releases, our stances, you know, competitive drills, position drills that these kids gonna see at the next level, you know, and doing it the right way, like focusing on the technique way, you know, not just going out there and just throwing the ball and putting some cones out there and just going through the motion, actually focusing on the very small details to make someone better.
And that says a lot, man, because football is a game about details. You know, it's the small details that we miss and everything like that. I heard you say earlier, you know, talk about academics. It's in your opinion, it's very important to be a student athlete, right?
100%.
Right, because you need those grades in order to go to the next level. And I know firsthand that, you know, you were able to go to the next level. When going to the next level, what's the experience like when you're going from high school to the next level?
Man, it's a big jump for sure, because, you know, high school everybody is different. You know, high school is kind of like more of a hanging with your friends, your Pop Warner friends, you know,
right,
being able to be around the neighborhood, you know, obviously already having success in the neighborhood. So you labeled as one of these top athletes. But as soon as you go to college, I mean, you hear amongst all athletes that was good, all athletes, all full scholarship athletes. So now it's going to take the competitiveness. Are you going to be able to compete? Are you going to be able to go back to how'd you get to where you came? How'd you get to where you got there? You know, so man, going from high school to college you got to be ready. And
right. They said you got to be a man going in there, right?
Yeah, that's what Born Baller Academy, that's what we're trying to get. We're trying to promote all these kids and make sure they're ready to go to play at the highest level, to play at the next level. And with the experience that I got, with the game that I got, that's why I'm giving it back.
Definitely. Let them know where they can reach you at, and if they want to get in contact with Born Baller Academy.
You can reach us on Instagram at Born Baller Academy, or, you know, contact me at any social media at Born Baller Z. But yeah, Born Baller Academy, man, we're working on this website pretty soon. So, man, just keep on going. Just keep building. It's building and building. It's growing. So, man, just be on the lookout for it. It's all for the youth, giving back.
Definitely. And I will come across it, and I will continue to promote that. Man, it's why we talking about the college spectrum, right? For me, I say that the college field has changed, man. What do you think as far as the impact of the NIL? Because that's changing football to me, man. College football, you know?
Man, Man, NIL deal, man, it's a blessing though, man. I look at it like, man, I wish I was playing at this time. You know, these college kids are getting some good money just by building their brand, you know. So it's all
Right.
about in this world, it's just about building your brand, man. So NIL deal, man, I'm all for it because you know in college they making money off of you. You know, each athlete they making money off of you. So now it's good to see these athletes being able to get paid at the college level.
Exactly, exactly. One of my buddies, we were talking, and he was like, some guys, they might get a great NIL deal, and they may never make it to the pros, right? They may never get to the league, so they should invest that money wisely, right? But the
Yeah.
thing is, NIL, man, it hurts for, and I'm just saying from what I've been reading, you have the experience, but from what I've been reading, it cuts down on scholarships, right?
I mean, not necessarily because they gonna have a full scholarship and then they getting this NIL money on top of it. So I look at it as just like money on top. How you know, as a college kid, everybody says, yeah, invest, but you got to think about it. This kid getting NIL money, so he's pretty sure he's gonna go to the NFL. You know,
Right,
because
right.
he's already getting NIL money, so he's not thinking about saving this money, investing this money, because he know there's more money to come if he's already blessed enough to get this NIL deal. So, man, it's just a hard little thing, but it's good to see these college athletes get paid.
Right, right. Finally, it turned over for the college athlete. But you know, Born Baller Academy, man, I see you doing a whole lot of things out there, man, on the internet and training these young men up and everything. What made you go into the mentor route?
Man, it's you say that it's just my God given. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. You
That's
know,
right.
serving my purpose. I don't see myself doing anything else. I mean, I feel like God really placed me here to develop a lot of young men. Like it's been bigger than just football. You know, also I'm a teacher as well. So I got a group that's following me and it's just giving them everything that I could give back as far as like the athlete giving back all these born ballers, you know, trying to develop their game in the football level, but also at the school, you know, trying to make sure all these kids in the inner city know that it's important to get an education. It's important to go to college. It's important to go get out of their neighborhood, you know. So man, it's just a blessing to be in this position.
Man, I definitely salute you, Zaire, because you know you're not only training for football, but you're not training for athletics, but you help train the minds of the youth as well. You know that's a big deal in our community, and a lot of young men have to see that in order to get to the next level, or to even have that inkling that I can succeed because you're a person who succeeded, and they saying if he can do it, I can do it as well, man.
Right.
Where are you actually teaching that in that community?
Right now, I'm teaching at Clarion Middle School down in Compton. It's the old Vanguard, where the old Vanguard Middle School used to be at, over there on 135th in San Pedro. So I mean, man, it's just big to be able to be in that. I'm a 7th and 8th grade math teacher, Big Dom.
Oh, nice.
It's crazy, man. I'm a 7th and 8th grade math teacher. You know, I'm teaching these kids just trying to, you know, obviously it's a different age, man. These kids don't really value education as much. You know, they minds all over the place with this social media, you know, video games
Definitely.
and kind of just misled. So it's just a blessing to kind of be that voice, that only voice in their head telling them that education is so important, you know, so they could get to the next level.
It definitely is, man. It definitely is. And you're doing a wonderful thing and you have a great impact, man. And I see all the things that you're doing with all of the other young men in the community, teaching and everything. That's why I had to ask you, man, could you come on and, talk with me right here at LA Talk Radio with the Conversation Kingz, man, because Born Baller Academy is just not about football. It's about developing the individuals and everything like that. And I see that you have a newborn son, man. How's that for you right now?
Man, that's a blessing as well, man. Just being able to be in this position, like I said, it's just a blessing, man. He's growing day in and day out, man. Just seeing it, just obviously being here every single day, like man, it's a blessing, man. I'm loving that stage, that chapter in my life for sure.
That's a definite. See, it's all coming back around because
Man,
you were giving your time to them. Now you can, you definitely can hone your skills in raising your son, man. And that says a lot about you, Zaire. You know, that says a lot about the man that you become and everything like that, man. And I'm very proud of you, man, and what you're doing for the community and everything like that. So what can we expect from Born Baller Academy?
man, big things coming, man. Born Baller Academy, man. I'm trying to turn it into a boys and girls club, Big Dom, man. I'm obviously getting with a lot of people, getting with a lot of nonprofit organizations. You know, obviously I just linked up with this one organization, Pass It Forward Foundation. You know, so man, just trying to be in a bigger position to help more kids. You know, that's all Born Baller Academy is. I mean, like I said, we steady growing. We're gonna continue to train kids. We're gonna continue to coach kids. We're gonna continue to develop kids. But now it's on me to make it bigger so I could reach more kids. You know.
Definite. It in a sense it'd be like a safe space, right? Because we don't really have like I think the safe spaces start dying out at the end of my generation. Like some place to go. The boys and girls clubs start like fading out. They wasn't really popular. But with Born Baller Academy, I definitely think that it'll change the spectrum of children or young men wanting to go into like a boys and girls club setting.
Yeah.
Where are you training at right now? Where can they locate you if they just come up to a certain area in the neighborhood?
Right now, we all in the SoCal area. Obviously, like I said, man, we're trying to build to get this facility so I could obviously be at one place all the time. But you know, I train out of local parks all around Apollo Park, you know, Cincinnati Park, Raleigh Park. But like I said, once they contact my information at Born Baller Academy on Instagram, we could go from there. So yeah, man, I'm all around the SoCal area.
Definite, man. And I know that you have a couple guys that you've been training that has been doing well. If you want to give them any shout outs, anything like that to the high school students. I seen there was a couple. I'm not sure the names or anything like that, but I saw it was a couple.
Man, shout out to all my guys, man. It's too many of them, Dom. I don't want to do that, man. It's too many of them, man. Shout out to all of them, though, man. I shout out to all my Born Ballers, man. That's always there, you know, consistent, you know, and shout out to all the Born Ballers that's just handling their business, man. Born Baller is big. It's like waking up every day with the motive to win, you know. So you don't just got to be an athlete to be a Born Baller, man.
Right.
Born Baller is big, man. Just having that mindset to win every single day, man. So, man, shout out to all the Born Ballers, and thank you for everybody that's been following with us, supporting us, and we just gonna continue to grow.
Definitely, man. I see you got that merch, man. You got them the mask and the beanies and everything.
We got the beanies, man. We got hoodies, man. We got shirts, t-shirts, man, everything. We just trying to continue to build. Obviously, that's another thing, Big Dom. It's only me. Born Baller Academy is just me. I don't got no staff. I don't got no person that's marketing me, no person that's on my social media. So it's only so much I could do, So that's what I'm trying to build, trying to develop a team, but obviously it got to be the right team and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So promote more kids, but man, I'm just blessed to be in this position, man, for real.
Definitely, but you're making a great impact, man. Don't get weary in your well-doing, Zaire. You know what I'm saying? Because you're making that impact, man, and you'll see the fruits of your labors eventually, man, because I think that is a positive, definitely, in our community, man. We need more people that are like you or that are following the foundation that you land, so that way, a lot more young men won't end up going towards the streets because, where we come from, man, it's easy to bang or ball.
Man, easy. It's easier now, man, and they more influenced. So it's like, obviously being in this position, it's a blessing because I got the kids with me, but I also see Big Dom. I see other guys that I kind of like play with that's wanting to coach as well. And, that's that. I look at that like, man, that's good because I don't look at it as a competition like, oh, this dude is coaching. Dang, why they coming up? Why he trying to train like me? I just look some more people to get trained,
Right. Definite, man. Definite. And that's a positive, because it all works together on a bigger scale, right? But the thing is, man, you know, with Born Baller Academy, man, I see you all over social media. People gonna tap it in and everything like that, and it's gonna continue to blossom and continue to grow, man. It's just you got to keep pushing forward, man. And I know that we have a lot of things going on right now, like we're in the playoffs and everything like that, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
You know, a lot of people saying that the NFL is scripted or football is scripted when you get to a certain. I mean, just get some insight, man. I don't think it can be scripted, right?
Yeah, I don't know though, man. Big Dom, I don't know, man. I have no idea, man. It can be scripted, but you see a lot of stuff out there that look a little strange, man. You see a lot of plays where you see a couple players that they should be able to make those plays, and it's like it almost comes like it's like entertainment. But man, I hope it's not scripted because that just takes away the joy of the game.
Definite, man. And you're somebody who actually knows the game and been, you know, through all of those levels, man. One more question. So, as far as like the Born Baller Academy, right? I know it's academics. Is there anything that you're pushing towards? Like some people, and I'm just saying this because I've seen some of the things, right? Some people said, okay, if you come train with me, you have to have a certain GPA. Or do you push your students or the people you train to have a certain GPA?
That's what I would like to get to, but right now, man, we taking everybody, all ages, all levels. You know, it's just it's opportunity for them to come have fun, to come get better, to come learn the game. So I don't want to like limit anybody else. Like you can't come,
Right.
you know, everybody could come right now, and then that's on me to mold this kid to want to go get that 3.0 GPA.
Right.
You know, so everybody welcome with Born Baller Academy for sure.
Definite, man, because you know some of the kids, they probably didn't have that influence in their life with somebody saying, hey, look, you not only can play football, but you have to, you know what I'm saying, do the education. Because my generation, man, I'm going to tell you, it was mostly just sports and just hanging out. Nobody was really pushing, you know, you got to get an education. Only a certain few caught that, right? You know, and you know, like I know that everybody that says that they're the star athlete and everything like that, that's a lot of pressure. I mean, and you know that firsthand, right?
Right, 100%. That's a lot of pressure because, man, you always got somebody watching, and you always got to have that chip on your shoulder because as being that athlete, you know you got to make it. Like so, man, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Definite, man. And you know, Born Baller Academy, man, it's a definite need for our community. It's a definite thing that's going to continue to help the youth and everything like that, man. And if you need anything else, man, as far as like somebody that's going to help push you, man, just let me know. And I definitely get some contacts and everything like that. And I definitely want to get you more promotion and everything like that because Born Baller Academy is something that is needed in our areas, whether it's local or nationwide and everything like that. And I know you have contacts in Texas, right?
Yep, 100%. I got contacts in Texas. We located in Texas as well. My partner, Coach Phil Baptiste, he out there, and he just got back started. So, man, Texas Born Baller Academy should start growing as well.
Definite. It's gonna be a takeover, man. Eventually, we're gonna have a Born Baller Academy Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's gonna happen, Big Dom, pretty soon. No,
and that's the thing that you know we should aspire to, man. Growing and constant growing, man. But what is some motivation you can give to a young man right now if you was able to talk to him?
Man, some motivation I'll give to a young man right now would just be to have a goal, you know, have a goal and go get his goal. But no, the goal not gonna come easy. You're gonna have to put some work in to go get your goals. So obviously, you know, these young men nowadays, it's so much you could do. You know, not only just promoting football or athletics, you know, just having a goal, you know, and being able to hold yourself accountable to doing everything that you need to do to reach that goal. So and being realistic as well, you know. So a lot of these kids, you know, they kind of lost right now, Big Dom, because this social media world. It's a social media world. But when they see a lot of stuff like, oh, they think a lot of stuff is easy to get, you know. So they don't understand the work that they have to put in to go get all this nice stuff. Like I love that the kids think that they want to be going on vacation trips, driving nice cars, living in big houses and stuff like that. I love that they have those goals and stuff like that, but they have no idea what it takes to get there. To get that. Like they see all this stuff on YouTube. They see all this stuff on YouTube and think it's easy to get. So just telling the kid, just to have those goals, but know that they got to put that work in to go get it.
Definitely, because it is hard work, man. A lot of people don't want to put in that grind. It's a grind.
It's a grind, man.
Get there, what should a young man's mindset be if he's focusing on getting to that next level?
Man, his mindset should be to don't get distracted, to don't be a follower, just to be a leader. Obviously, if he got the goals of whatever he's trying to do, it's gonna be a lot of distractions. Obviously, every kid gonna go through, but just staying focused to knowing what you want to do. That's what your mindset should be, man. Don't just be doing something because the crowd is doing it, or don't not be putting in no work and thinking you're gonna get to where you're gonna go.
Right.
Your mindset just got to be strong, man. At this age.
Definitely, because it's not gonna come easy, man. It's gonna take some work and some desire, some dedication. And you know about dedication, man, because I saw you was dedicated to the game. What kind of dedication should a young man have if he's going to get into this?
He should be kind of like, going to go train with somebody like Born Baller Academy. Obviously coming to me would be a blessing, but just going to go develop their game with somebody, going to go coach, being with a coach that's able to take their game to the next level, but also they got to do the work on their own. They should be doing push-ups at home. They should be doing all the calisthenics at home, doing a lot of stuff that they could do on their own. It doesn't take nobody to tell you to go run a lap around your block or something like that, or jog in place, do some high knees, or hit the jump rope. But obviously all these kids want to do it, be on that video game. So that's where they gonna discredit themselves, and they're gonna put themselves at a disadvantage, because if you really want to do this, you got to put a lot of work in.
That's definitely a fact. See, because we used to say what hard work pays off, man. And
hard work pays off, man.
A lot of young men, you get the exception of the young man who actually wants to put that hard work in, who wants to grind, who wants to go and everything like that. But you're a standing inspiration to a young man to say, hey, look, man, I put the work in, you can put the work in too. And these are the steps. What are those steps that you took in order to get to the next level that a young man can follow behind?
Just like we just said, doing your push-ups at home every single day, doing your ab work, going to go get work in with whatever one of your boys, doing some position drills, watching football, studying film, trying to get better at your position, obviously looking at the competition that you got to go against, seeing who the top athletes is in your class, and seeing what type of game they got, and obviously trying to be better than them, like always trying to compete to be the best. So
that's right.
And not just being a fan. A lot of these kids are fans, man. Big Dom, they be looking at kids like, oh, look at him, like that's so and so, instead of being like, okay, yeah, I'm about to come at his neck. You know what I'm saying? They not thinking like that no more, man.
Yeah, I remember you know what I'm saying, you used to go to a lot of dudes, man, and you weren't shy about it, right? You had to take on certain aspects. I remember you went from a wide receiver to the quarterback, man, and a lot of people don't want to do that nowadays. They just stuck in one position, As far as an athlete going, being on the field, is it better that he's able to play multiple positions?
Yeah, being able to play multiple positions is going to allow you to get more touches, first off, be on the field more, first off. So, man, being versatile is way better. And that's another thing. A lot of these kids need to be playing more sports. They need to be playing football, basketball, baseball, soccer, track, not just stick to football, because, being an all-around athlete is going to develop your game, develop your athleticism, man, and then it's only going to help you.
I say that as well, man. We've gotten so locked in that like basketball is year round with the AAU, and You know, and then football. Once football is over, the young men don't even go run track anymore. But it can actually help benefit them if they run in track and playing football, or if they even playing basketball or baseball or something, because they staying in condition. What type of conditioning does a young athlete have to have for this sport?
Have to ask him. You got to be in condition, man. That be in the best condition. He gonna be able to play all 4 quarters. Gonna be able to play the full game, whatever sport he playing. You know, you want to be in the best condition, and it don't take nothing. That's on you to maintain that. No coach can put that in you. You know, that's you hitting your lap. That's you doing your ab work. You know, that's you doing some sprints. Like, that's all on you. And those athletes that are fully conditioned are usually the athletes that's the ones that's making the most plays in whatever sport that they're in.
Definite, man. This is the Conversation Kings. I'm your host, Dominic Emerson, here on LA Talk Radio with Born Baller Academy, Mr. Zaire Andre, man. And we talking about Born Baller Academy, the young men coming up right now that because California, and this is for the people that are watching, are gonna watch a recap or are listening right now on the radio. California is trying to pass the law where you have to be 12 years old in order to play contact football. And we're talking about, you know, what it takes and how you have to actually become a student athlete of the game and everything like that. What kind of diet should a young athlete aspire to take in every day if he's going to be one of the best?
Man, a diet, he needs to stay off that fast food and eat some real food. You know, a diet, man.
But McDonald's is along the way, man. I can
Chad Johnson say you can eat McDonald's and you could perform at the highest level. He gonna do whatever you need off of McDonald's. So I mean, it's different for everybody, you know. But obviously, if you are in that position to have a good diet, you know, your parents feeding you breakfast, lunch, and dinner, some good meals, man, that's a blessing. Man,
right.
Everybody don't have that, but
exactly.
Just being able to eat, you know what I'm saying? These kids just gotta eat and do they push-ups, do they working out, and all that's gonna come, man. But like, you can't really tell a kid you got to eat this to be the next athlete because they might not be able to go get that. You know what I'm saying? So obviously having them almonds, them, you know, they nuts and stuff like that, they meat, you know, bread and stuff like that. That's the basics. And every kid, I hope, got that in the kitchen. So just eat.
Hopefully.
Man, but you know, some kids, I done ran into some situations, man. I wouldn't even want to be like talk no meal plan with them because, you know, they might not be eating nothing, you know. So
right, definitely, because it's a difference from the inner city to the suburbs as far as it goes, as far as nutrition, as far as athletic training. You know, that's why you're a plus in the community, man. Because you know,
inner city, man.
Yeah, if you go outside of the inner city for the trainings, it's like thousands of dollars, right?
No.
Do you have any packages or anything like that on the cost for a young man to come in?
Well, we do, you know, $30 a session, and you know that's just an investment for you to get better. You know, it's an investment for Born Baller, so it's an investment for me to come out there and give you this game. So it's an investment for you to come out here and receive it, and it's always gonna benefit you and get your results. So you know, obviously, if I could charge it for free, I would, but you know, I do $30 an hour. $30 a session, so that's way cheaper than a lot of these guys, like you've been saying.
Oh, definitely, man. You know, the Conversation Kings, man. We want to do this right here, right? I want to set up a scholarship, man, for a couple kids, man. I'll invest, you know, for a couple sessions for some young men who can't afford that cost. Just let me know, man, and I'll definitely make that happen, man. Because Conversation Kings, man, we want to support Born Ballers, and we also not just Born Ballers, but the youth that you're training, so that way they're not neglected and getting that training from you, man.
100%, man.
Because that might be the only thing they can do. You know, the only thing they have. And you never know who you might be touching at that time that couldn't maybe afford it beforehand.
That's gonna come out, man. That's just blessing, man. That's for sure. I'm gonna have to post that on the page, man. Born Baller Academy shout out scholarship. You know, the conversation, man. That'll be a blessing for these.
I'm definitely gonna do that, man. And so that way, you know what I'm saying, it'll help enhance some young man who may not ever get the opportunity. Because like you say, from the inner city, the parents might be just
some kids might not have that $30 an hour. Some kids may not be able to come reach me. They just see it on the page, and they ain't never gonna be able to come get to a session. So, man, hopefully that'll push them to come, man, a free session, and they'll be able to. Their parents will bring them out or something like that. That'll be a blessing for sure. I would love to have that kid out there.
Yeah, that's a definite positive, man, because, you know, we always want to give back to our community because we see what's going on out in our community with our young man. And it's a great thing that you have an environment that's a safe environment with coaching and training, not only just coaching and training, but being a mentor. You're actually developing young men. How does that feel to be part of the young man's development?
Man, just serving my purpose, man. Just like I said, just blessed to be in this position because not everyone can do that. You know, not everyone can be in this position. You know, a lot of these kids come to me and I could just see it that they being a sponge, you know. So it's like, so it's just I myself got to be careful, not careful, but just hold myself accountable to give them everything that I got so they could go way farther than what I did, see way more stuff than what I seen, you know. So just it's a blessing to be in that position.
Right. And it's more so you're a positive influence that they might not never see.
Maybe.
You know, and that positive influence, it just takes one person that's positive in your life in order to change your life.
We need
especially
more
for a young man.
We need more, but like you said, if I'm that only person, I'm gonna do the job for sure.
Definite, man. So one more time, let them know where they can reach and find you on your social medias.
At Born Baller Academy on Instagram and at Born Baller Z, man. So y'all can tap in whenever, you know, come get some training, come get on program, and we'll love to have you, man. Love to work with you.
Definite, man. And it's been a pleasure and an honor, man. Just the conversation, Kingz, with your host Dominic Emerson here on LA Talk Radio, man. As always, like, follow, and subscribe. Like, follow, and subscribe to at Born Baller Academy, so you can definitely get that work. And if you're a parent out there and you have somebody in your home and you may not be able to afford it, just reach out to Born Baller Academy, who will eventually have scholarships, man, so we can help your child get that proper training. Because me personally, I support and promote Born Baller Academy, you know, and this is a movement that can help enhance your child if you want them to play those sports, right? And, you know, I've been saying this, man, if they cut out children playing football by the age of 12, I really am going to dislike it because now we're going into a passing league.
Man, all passing league football.
Yeah, so, you know, definitely get that training so your child can be equipped. So when it is time, if that law does pass, that they'll definitely have a true understanding. Because in this game, you have to have a certain understanding. Am I correct about it?
100%. You got to understand the game. And when you understand the game, you're going to be able to play so much better. So that's what Born Baller Academy is provided, man.
Because it's more than X's and O's.
It's more than being able to run a streak route and be the fastest person on the field. You know, when you get to college, you're gonna have to be doing some different things. You know, you're gonna have the different stuff to you. So that's what Born Baller Academy is trying to give to all these kids, man. Sure.
Definite, man. And like I say, you're a positive, man, not only on the field, but in the classrooms, man. And definite. Shout out to school one more time.
Clarion Middle School, man. Shout out to all my kids at Clarion Middle School, man. 7th to 8th grade math teacher, but teaching all grades up there, man. That's another thing. That'll be another talk, Big Dom.
Hey, y'all better listen to Mr. Andre.
Sure. Nah, they all listen, man. They all on board, man.
I know. It's totally different now, man, you know, for when you're coming along and everything like that, man. But I see the growth, man. I see it, you know, and I love it from the bottom of my heart, Zaire, because, you know, I know we come from Centinela, you know,
yeah,
all the way up to Inglewood High School for you going to the next level and everything like that, man. And you're such a positive, such a bright spot in our community, man. And I just want to thank you for coming on and sharing your time with me, man.
Man, I thank you for having me, man. Thank you, man. We're gonna have to do this another time, man, for sure.
Most definitely. You know what I want to do, man? If it's a possible, man, when you are out there, let me know when you having your next training and you having a couple people out there for the training and everything, I want to come out and do a live and talk to a couple of those young men and everything like that. Give them some spotlight, right?
I'm finna have a few camps coming up, so that'll be big. If you can come out there and do that, that'll be big. I like that.
Oh, definitely, man. We'll connect again, man. And as always, man, like, follow, subscribe, man. And it's never personal. It's always business. So let us continue to be about our Father's business, man. I thank you for coming on once again. Born Baller Academy. Go follow, go like, tap in so you can get that real training, so you can get a real understanding of what this game takes. And as always, man, that's the Conversation Kingz, and I'm gone.
That's good.
You're listening to Conversation Kingz with Dominic Emerson, only on LA Talk Radio.